Okay, what is up, campers? I am so excited to see you once again, and today is going to be such a fun day. I hope you're having a great day already. So today is going to be interesting. We are going to be learning a little bit of Spanish, and as some of you may not know or may not know yet, my name is Allan, and something interesting about me is that I was actually born and raised in a tiny country in Central America named El Salvador. So that in that country, which I lived there for a while, my main language, my only language was Spanish. So after I moved here, I learned how to speak English, and I also speak a little bit of French. I love languages. So I'm so glad that I'm going to be teaching you a little bit of the language of Spanish, which is a beautiful language. I'm going to be looking down sometimes because I have my notes here, but to make it easier for you, I'm going to be writing on the screen so you can follow along as well. So we are going to be learning how to say some animals in Spanish, and we are going to be learning some cool facts about these animals in Spanish. And later on in the video, we are going to be doing a craft of an animal, and it's a pretty cool one. So I won't tell you what that is yet, but you'll find out. So before we get started, let me drink a little bit of water. Okay, I'm ready. So actually, before we start, it's very important that you have an open mind and that you are willing to try this with me. And it may be difficult because we've never probably heard these words before or these sounds. So it may be a little bit difficult, but I want you to at least try with me, please. And as you practice, I'm sure you're gonna get better and better and better at pronouncing these words or these sounds, because Spanish, we have a lot of difficult, maybe not difficult, but different sounds as English. Like, I don't know if you know how to pronounce the letter R in Spanish. We do this sound for the letter R. We go and it's actually one of the most difficult sounds for a non-speaker, non-Spanish speakers to do, because it's not in their language to make that sound. So it's very difficult. So the first animal, I'm gonna put it right here, is culebra. Culebra. And we're gonna put it into little pieces so you can pronounce it better. So first we're gonna say ku, 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 ku. Then we're gonna say le, le, le. And now we're gonna say bara, bara, bara. Kind of like the D sound again. Bara, bara. But if you say it fast enough, it's gonna sound like an R, trust me. Bra, 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 bra. There it is. Now combine it. Culebra, culebra, culebra. Yep, that's it. So now you may not know what this word means. So I'm gonna read something about this animal. Maybe you can try to guess it after I read this, okay? So this animal doesn't have any eyelids, so they can't blink. So eyelids are the ones that your eyelashes are attached to, your eyelids. So imagine an animal that does not have eyelids and that never blinks. Okay, do you have a guess for the animal? If you do, then you probably already know what culebra means. But if you don't, it means snake. It means snake. Now we're gonna move to another animal, and this animal is caracol. Caracol. Again, we're gonna split the syllables here. So ka, ra, ra. That D sound again. Ka, ra, col. And then you can say coal, because again, we're used to English, so we're used to the L. But in Spanish, it's a little bit different. So again, if it's not perfect, it's okay. So let's combine it. Caracol, 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 caracol. Good job. So you can take a guess now of what this animal is. But if you don't know, let me give you a clue. This animal can sleep for 3 years. Isn't that crazy? They can sleep for 3 years. That is so crazy to me. And if you have an idea of what this animal is, say it. But if you don't, it is a snail. It's a snail. It's like Gary the snail from SpongeBob. I don't know if you know who that is, but snail. The next one is a little bit easy, okay? Because it sounds similar to the English word. So you may know what the animal is, but let's still say it. The next animal is elefante. Elefante. So let's split that. We're gonna say ele, ele, ele. Then we're gonna say fante, 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 elefante. And then you probably know what this animal is, but I'm gonna tell you a cool thing about this animal. They are the only animal that cannot jump. They can't jump. And it's probably because they're really, really heavy. So if you know what this animal is, say it. If you don't know what this animal is, it is an elephant. And if you're watching this with somebody else, what if you compete with them? What if you both are trying to say the words, and whoever guesses the animal first gets a point? So let's do that. The next animal is very difficult to pronounce and it's very long. So we're gonna take some time with this animal, okay? The next animal is murciélago. Murciélago. So let's break it down. Let's say mur, or we can say mur, mur. Again, because not many people know how to say that sound yet. But again, I know you're gonna practice. Mur, mur, si, like si. Ella, ella, go, go. Mur, si, ella, go. Mur, si, ella, go. Mur, si, ella, go. Mur, si, ella, go. Okay, so if you have a guess, go ahead and say it. If you still want a clue, I'm gonna tell you that these animals always turn left when leaving their cave. So that's another clue. They live inside a cave. What do you think this animal is? If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. So a murciélago is actually a bat. Like Batman, but the actual animal, a bat. And we are gonna do our last animal. So this animal is, I'm gonna put it right here. Avestruz. Avestruz. We're gonna break it down. So we're gonna say A, and then we're gonna say B. A, B. Struz. Struz. Then we're gonna put it together. A, B, struz. Now a little bit faster. Avestruz. Avestruz. And this animal, if you have a guess, again, go ahead and guess it. If you don't, I'm gonna say that this animal, their eye is bigger than their brain. So you can think of an animal that has big eyes, and you can probably guess. But if you can't guess, but I'm gonna tell you right now and see if it's correct, okay? So let me see. I think sometimes I mispronounce this animal, but I believe it's pronounced ostrich. So I'm gonna put a picture here so you can see what this animal is. An ostrich. I know they have huge eggs, but yes, an ostrich, so their eye is bigger than their brain, which is crazy. They either have really big eyes or they have little brains. But yes, so again, we learned all of those. How many are they? There are 5 animals in Spanish. I hope you go back to the video and like practice it more and more and more. So maybe you can pronounce it very good while practicing. Maybe you can learn how to pronounce the letter R, which I told you is very difficult to do. So I'll be really impressed if you learn how to pronounce it. And maybe you can even memorize all of these animals in Spanish and impress your friends. Be like, I know how to say this in Spanish, I know how to say bat in Spanish, and then you say this really long name, murciélago, and they're like all shook. Like what? What did you just say? So yes, I challenge you to memorize these 5 animals in Spanish, and if you want, you can even memorize their cool facts, so you can impress your family at dinner or something like that, or your friends. Okay, but now that we're done with that, we are gonna be moving to the fun part. We are gonna be doing an activity. Alright, so here are the materials that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a stapler, pencils. If you have a red pencil, this one's optional though, okay? A ruler, a marker, scissors, glue, this one's also optional. We have green paper and yellow paper, but also whatever color paper you have, it's good too. So we are going to be making a snake, okay, out of paper. So we are going to be starting. Let me set up my table real quick. We're going to grab one paper. For me, I want mine to be green. And we're going to put it sideways, in other words, horizontally. Now let's grab our ruler and a pencil. And we are going to put the ruler also sideways. And we are going to put a little mark, a little line every 4 centimeters, okay? So centimeters are the little numbers. At 8, one line, at 12, 16, one line, at 20, 24, and it ends at 28, so it's perfect. Now we're gonna grab the same ruler, and we're gonna make the line across the whole paper vertically. We're gonna put the ruler right before the first little mark, make sure it's straight, and draw a vertical line across the whole paper. Then you do this, and you do it with the second one as well, like this, and you repeat that step for every little mark you drew on your paper. Okay, it's looking good. If you mess up, remember it's okay? You can just either do it again, like here I mess up a little bit, I'll fix that in a bit. But you can redraw the line. I'm going to be redrawing the line to fix it. Now we have one done. And we're going to do the same thing to a different paper. It can either be the same color if you want the color to be the same color, or it can be a different one if you want your snake to be 2 different colors. So grab your other paper, and then a trick that I'll do is to put the paper done on top, and then make sure it's perfect right on top, And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna mark with the marks that are already drawn on the other paper, so we don't have to measure again with the ruler. And we're gonna repeat that step with the ruler vertically, put it right before the line, straight, and then draw a line across the whole paper. Like that. Then the next line, if I'm going too fast, you can either pause it and catch up, or if I'm going too slow, you can always wait for me to catch up. Alright, our last line. There we go. Now we'll have both papers done. Now our next step is to grab the scissors. Make sure you hold them properly, one finger in the hole, my thumb and my index, and be careful with scissors because they can be dangerous. Now we're gonna cut each line, okay? And they don't have to be perfect right on the line, but make sure you get as close as you can. And you can go slow here so you can do it good. I'm taking my time because I want it to be good. So I have one done. It's gonna take a little while, okay? So be patient. Let me tell you a little bit about my day while we do this, okay? So today I woke up around 9 a.m. I went to make breakfast and I made an avocado toast. I don't know about you, but that's one of my favorite breakfasts. It's so good. So basically I just toast my bread and then I cut an avocado. I mash the avocado in its peeling, and then I scoop it out, I put it on the toast, and then I add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of pepper flakes, and then I also add something that's called Everything About the Bagel seasoning, which is great. And then I squeeze a little bit of lemon, and it's done. It was so good. I also like to make oatmeal sometimes. So oatmeal, I usually do the oatmeal with like a lot of fruit. I like raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, bananas, strawberries. Any fruit I have, I'll put it in my oatmeal. And then I also like to add some cinnamon powder and some coconut shavings, and that is delicious. But then after making breakfast today, I had a little bit of some paperwork to do for school. I'm starting school soon, so I have to make sure I have everything ready for that. I'm in college, so I'm going into my third year of college. I'm studying to become a nurse. I'm really excited about graduating because I've been in school forever. But yeah, I'm excited to start school again. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna be moving to my campus, and yeah, it's great. So but yeah, I did the paperwork after I went swimming, and so I have to be active. You always have to have like something active to do each day. And right now I had lunch, and then I had like a late lunch, early dinner, and now I am making this video for you, which I'm so excited to make because this craft is so I really like this craft. It's like it's easy to make and it looks so cool. I'm gonna put it on my desk as a decoration. Okay, so we are going to be finishing. I have one more cut. Alright, so we are done with all of these. Let's grab them, and then I'm gonna put them right there for now. Now we are gonna be grabbing one to make the head, and we're gonna be grabbing one to make the tail. So I'm gonna be doing one of each color. If you're doing only one color, you can just do one color. So yes. So to make the tail and the head, we are going to be using our pencil, okay, to draw it. And then this is, you can use your own creativity if you want. How you want the head of the snake to look is up to you, but make sure to draw it first so then we can cut it out. And if you want to do mine, I'm going to be drawing the head right now. It's going to be pretty simple actually. And you can just wait till I'm done drawing, and then I'll show you what mine looks like so you can see and have a reference. But it's a pretty simple head. Look at this. It's basically like a little oval, a little egg type of thing with a pointy nose. After I'm gonna grab my scissors and cut around that like this. And since I'm cutting the head and I want it to look round, I'm gonna be cutting a little bit of the neck too, okay? So I'm gonna be cutting the neck too. That's what's gonna make the head round. If the neck's small, then the head looks big and round. Okay, let's I'm gonna keep cutting the neck. And now I'm gonna see, let's see if I like this. So here is the head. It's not as I wanted it to be, so I'm actually gonna try to fix it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be fixing the head to make it even as I can. So this is the head and the neck of the snake. Now we're gonna be making our tail. This one's a lot easier. So I'm not even gonna use my pencil, but if you wanna use your pencil, you can. My tail is gonna be like a triangle, so I'm gonna be cutting like a pointy towards the end of the paper, one end of the paper. And that's basically it. And I'm gonna cut a little piece of the other side of the other end to make our tail. Our tongue. So I'm gonna be cutting that little piece to make the tongue. For the tongue, you can do it as you wish. I'm gonna try doing mine like a wiggly tongue, but it's gonna be really hard to cut, I bet. But let's just try it and see how that looks. But you can make a simple tongue. Just make sure it's small enough to fit on the head. So I did a squiggly tongue. Let's try this. It's gonna be hard, I already know. Yeah. It's okay though. Let me just try my best to cut this. Like I said before, it's okay to make mistakes. Just try to fix them. Be careful with your fingers and your scissors, okay? Okay, so here it is. Here is the tongue. I'm gonna be coloring it red. If you have a red color pencil, you can do the step 2. If you don't, it's okay. I'm gonna put it on the side for now. And then remember to put the trash away right now, but we're gonna be cleaning it later because we always have to clean after ourselves. I'm gonna put it here for now. Now we're gonna do the other step. And we're gonna be using our stapler. So you're gonna grab one strip and you're gonna make it into a circle. And make sure the ends of the circle overlap. Now grab your stapler and staple the middle of where both ends overlap, so you can make a circle, kind of like a bracelet. Now the pattern that I chose is gonna be green, yellow, green, yellow. So my next strip is gonna be yellow. I'm gonna be putting it inside the circle. You can put the side where you have where it's drawn inside, so you can't really see it. And then I'm gonna be making the same circle. Make sure that ends overlap, and then just staple in the middle. There it is. Now we're gonna repeat this with all of the strips that we cut. And again, you can have your own pattern, your own colors. This is just the way that I wanted to do it. Just keep going. It's gonna take me a little while, so let's go ahead and talk for a little bit. Let's see. So again, if I'm going too fast or I'm going too slow, make sure to pause the video if I'm going too fast so you can catch up. You can rewatch a part of the video that you didn't really understand. And yeah. So, yeah, let's talk for a little bit. I'm almost done with this. So, let's see. My day has been so good. Even though, in Vegas, everything's open, but I've been scared to go out. Because the situation that we're in is pretty bad. So I'm gonna be smart and stay at home for a little while till everything gets better. And I hope you all are staying safe and healthy too. It's great to find like a hobby to do at home so you don't get too bored and your mind gets thinking, like you don't stop thinking and you don't stop learning. So it's always great to find a hobby. Right now I've been doing art lately, so I've been like making paintings or drawings, and I've been challenging myself to learn how to do it well. So that's my hobby. And here it is. So I finished the body of the snake. Now we're gonna attach the head, and this part's a little bit complicated, so pay close attention. I'm gonna put the head inside the ring. Then I'm gonna grab the end, and now I'm gonna fold it in like this. It should look like this. So grab the end, attach it to the head, and fold it inwards. Like this. And then we're gonna staple the end, or you can glue it, okay? So the staples won't show. You can glue this part, but if you're impatient like me, I'm gonna be stapling it. And what you can do is just remove the little edges that overlap the sides. Now we're gonna grab the tail. This part's a little bit complicated too, even from me, because you really have to make sure you're doing it like on, see right here, I'm not doing it on the right side. So it has to be, the tail has to show the same side as the head, if that makes sense. So let me figure this out first. Let me see if I think I have to flip it around. I'm gonna have to flip it around so we can like be on the right side. Let's see. I think this is good, maybe not, but it's okay if we messed up, okay? Like I said in the beginning, it's okay. So bring the end to the tail, remember to fold it in. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's fine. So bring that end to the tail, then fold it, bend it in, and you can either glue it or be impatient like me and staple it. Then we're gonna be cutting the X's, the pieces where the end overlaps on the tail, so the tail can look good. Alright, so yes, here is our snake. Here's the snake done. I'm just trying to fix the chain. And now we can work on the face. So I'm going to be coloring the tongue red, like I said in the beginning. And if you don't have a red pencil, it's okay. You don't have to do this step. I'm gonna make sure to do it on top of a paper, so it's easier to color. So I'm just gonna color the tongue. Gonna make sure it's very dark red. Alright, I think I'm done. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more on the edge. It's okay. Okay. So let's see. Where do I want to glue this? I might glue it underneath. Yeah, that's better. So I'm gonna add a drop of glue on the end of the tongue where I want to glue it. And I'm gonna be gluing it under the head, right under the nose or the mouth of the snake. I'm gonna let it dry real quick. Now, let's see. I'm going to make the eyes on the snake. So for this step, you can use a pencil, a marker, and you can do this step how you wish, like however you want it to look. I'm gonna try making mine a little bit silly, so I might do like one eye bigger than the other one. So I'm gonna be using a marker to make the eyes. Let's see how this will turn out. Alright, that looks good. But I might do white around that. And again, it's optional. If you don't have a white pencil, you can totally make the head of the snake how you want it to make. Diving into your own creativity. Let me see if this will work. You can also like even cut two white circles from a white paper and then draw black dots with your marker or a pencil and then just glue it onto the face. But this is the end result. You can make designs on it if you want, go the extra mile. I'm gonna leave mine like this. I like it like this. And yeah, so this is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed and liked this craft, because I know I did. And I'm gonna be setting the snake on my desk as a decoration. It's gonna look pretty cool. And make sure you clean after yourselves too, okay? So, and look at this. I made another one before. This one's a little bit different, so it's one color, and then I added some black dots on the body. Let's see. Okay, I hope you had a lot of fun, and thank you for watching this video, and thank you for trying this craft with me. I was so happy to be part of this video and to be part of teaching you something new, like the Spanish words. So thank you again.